In the depths of a vast forest, there lived a little fox named Fifi. Every day, Fifi would run across soft meadows, through colorful flowers, and play with her animal friends. One evening, the sky turned a glowing shade of orange as the sun set. Fifi and her friends were playing hide and seek in a forest clearing. She hid behind a large oak tree, giggling quietly as her friends searched for her. The squirrel leaped onto branches, and the hedgehog poked out from the bushes, all excited and full of energy. As the sun sank lower, the forest was slowly wrapped in the hazy twilight, and her friends began to head home.
Good night, Fifi. See you tomorrow.
The bunny waved goodbye.
Goodbye.
Fifi replied with a smile. She was the last to leave and started her walk home. The forest at night was very different from the day. The shadows of trees looked especially tall under the moonlight, and the wind whispered through the leaves. It was quiet, except for the distant hoot of an owl. Suddenly, Fifi felt a soft sound behind her, like something quietly following her. Her heart started to race, and she pricked up her ears, hearing the strange noise growing closer. Fifi stopped in her tracks and looked around. The night was misty, and all she could see were the dark outlines of tree trunks. She began to feel nervous and quickened her pace back to her burrow. She darted into her burrow and quickly curled up in her bed made of soft leaves, her heart still racing.
Who was following me?
She whispered to herself, feeling uneasy. Just then, a wise old deer slowly wandered to her burrow's entrance and gently tapped it with his hoof.
"Hello, little fox, what's the matter?"
The deer asked gently, his voice deep and warm. Fifi told the deer about her fear and how she had heard strange noises, feeling like something was following her in the dark. The deer listened quietly and then smiled patiently.
"Don't worry, Fifi. What you heard was just your tail."
Fifi blinked, confused.
My tail?
"Yes, with the night falling, your shadow blurred. When you walked, your tail gently brushed against the ground, making that rustling sound. You scared yourself."
Fifi thought about it and suddenly realized. She hadn't noticed her tail brushing the ground earlier, mistaking it for something else. She laughed, the tension on her face disappearing.
Thank you, dear. You're so smart.
Fifi said happily. The deer smiled kindly and patted her little head.
"Remember, what we fear is often not as scary as it seems. If we calm down and pay attention, we'll find the truth."
That night, Fifi lay in her warm little nest, with moonlight trickling through the leaves at her burrow's entrance. She listened to the wind gently rustling the leaves, feeling safe and cozy. From that night on, Fifi was no longer afraid of the dark. She knew that sometimes fear was just her imagination, and if she stayed calm, everything would be all right.